Rosabel's here to show my Thorns the Lodestar based trust farms for EP-6, 7, and 8. As with all of my character-based trust farms, these strategies were made without masteries or modules or on Thorns altar, and no limited operators will be used, so no shoe strat will be used here today. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or need any help. Starting with EP-6, this is going to be a 4-person based trust farm. This will be Lodestar, Thorns the Lodestar, Silk 2. No masteries needed. The masteries will make it easier, but you can do this without masteries. Then Mountain Skill 2 as your lane holder, or you can use any other lane holder you want. If you're going to use someone more expensive, you might have to bring an extra Vanguard just to get the DP up faster. And then any Lord Guard or anyone who can reach over 2 tiles. Preferably someone with at least 2 blocks. So I'm going to be using Thorns for the funnies, but you can use other Lord Guards, or you can also use Blaze if you want. And then finally, any heli drop unit. So you can use agents. I'm going to be using Ines, but you can use agents or fast redeploys. You can also use Bagpipe if you want to, but, you know, for the sake of this, I'm just going to be using Ines. And she's just basically going to be taking care of 2 bridge builders, and that's it. So that's the team, and then let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with Ines immediately to take care of this one. And activate her skill 2 just to get the extra DP. Then, mounted down here. Don't forget to activate his skill. And finally, your Lord Guard or whoever here. So basically, it's just going to take care of this one and then do extra damage here just in case the units reach here. Okay, we'll retreat Ines. The time between the bridge builder returning here, because there's going to be one more bridge builder that come out here, it's pretty long, so you can use like a charger Vanguard if you want to. Then finally, Thorns up here to help deal damage, especially in this initial part. There we go. So just use Thorns Altar skill to basically help crowd control the top lane, and to also kill off the middle lane. Again, skill. So Thorns Altar will just basically help with that. It's pretty simple going on forward. These bigger enemies, when the bridge is gone, they're just gonna sink in the sand before they could even like stun your units. So it's gonna be pretty simple from here on out. Just activate Thorns Altar skill whenever there's units walking down this line. It charges pretty quickly as well. And then Thorns over here, or at least whoever you put there, is just going to be backup just in case they reach over here. Especially when you don't have masteries. Once you have masteries, like Thorns the Lodestar kills very quickly. So you don't really have to worry about it all that much. And like I said, the bigger enemies, they take their time walking. So, as long as you kill the bridge builders at the start of the stage, like, there's gonna be no problem. Alright, the second bridge builder is here. I'm gonna just wait for them to get there and then use Ines again. I think over here you can even use Blinar if you want to, just to get rid of them. It's kind of useless to activate it, but whatever. That's why I said you can use any Lord Guard that you want. Alright, last activation just to get rid of these smaller units. The bigger ones we don't really care about. They'll be fine. And that should be it. These two will sink in the sand. And there we go.
Mission complete. Very precise and efficient command.
Sugar. Next is EP-7. It's going to be another 4-person trust farm. So Thorns the Lodestar, God, skill 2. Mountain skill 2. If you have Mountain, that's great. If you don't, you can use your best lane holder. Although, if they can't heal themselves, you're going to have to bring along a healer just in case. And also, if you're going to do that, you'll also probably need an extra Vanguard to generate DP to do this faster. Your best healing defender, I'm going to be using Saria because I'm doing this with no limited operators. And then Ines skill 2 for me, again. But you can use any heli drop unit, Agent Vanguard, or fast redeploy. Whichever one you want, just to get rid of the bridge builder. So that's basically her purpose here. But this is basically it. Let's start. We're gonna start with mountain down here. Now, our biggest worry here is that there's going to be some tanky elite enemies that are going to be coming down here towards mountain. And that combined with this cannon is going to be hard for him to survive. Like, it's going to remove the survivability. So, in order to prevent that, we're going to have to destroy the cannon. So, Saria over here to start, followed by Thorns the Lodestar over here. Because again, the cannons are still going to be there. So we need Saria to be able to heal Thorns. And as soon as Thorns' skill is ready, activate it. Now, basically, Thorns is going to be the one taking care of this cannon. If you don't have masteries, or until mastery 1, I believe, it will take Thorns 3 skill cycles in order to destroy the cannon itself. At Mastery 2 and 3, it's going to take only 2 skill cycles to completely destroy the cannon. So we'll just focus on that. And then afterwards, Thorn's main duty is to help DPS the top and the bottom lane. So he can reach both. So he can help both Saria and Mountain. And then that's it. There we go. The cannon's already destroyed. So we can always just like use the 3rd skill cycle. Again, don't forget to use your heli drop to take care of this guy. We don't want any bridges here, especially around this guy, so we don't have to deal with them. There we go. This is the unit that's going to like deal a lot of damage to Mountain, so we want to get rid of that because we don't want to deal with Mountain having to fight that and the cannon at the same time.
Let's have a go.
Alright, this should be the last one. At least the last bridge builder. So get rid of that. Okay. We don't have to worry about this guy. He walks really slowly. So he'll just sink into the water. Well, water. Sand. Sand water.
Reasonable data. Try processing it.
And then just activate Thorn skill as needed.
Is it correct? Or not quite? Whatever. Let's have a go. Doctor.
Okay.
Not bad. Reasonable data. Try processing it.
This should be it. And that's it.
What we just encountered is but a minor hiccup.
Yes, item streak. Let's go.
Cheer up, Doctor.
And finally, we have EP-8, which will include the trimmed medal. So we have Thorns the Lodestar skill 2. No masteries needed, but if you have masteries, that's even better. Then we're going to use Thorns skill 3, Lappland skill 2. Preferably Lappland with her module so that she can also inflict fragile. It will just help out. Lumen skill 3. And then we're going to use 2 defenders. So have a tanky defender like Hoshi and a healing defender like Saria. Preferably for both, make sure they're healable, so don't use Juggernaut defenders. And then finally, Surtur, skill 3. Then you bring your usual heli drop to deal with the bridge builder. So I'm going to be using Ines, but you can bring whatever fast redeploys you want to bring. If you have Shu will basically replace Saria, Hoshigoma, and Surtur. So she'll basically solo the boss. And the stage will be a lot faster and a lot easier. But again, I'm making these stress farms assuming you don't have any limited characters. So if you have Shu, use the Shu strat. That's admittedly what I use in my auto deploys, but this one is stable as well. So let's get started.
Let's make this quick.
Okay, we're gonna start with putting our 2 Lord Guards down, who are basically going to take care of all of the mobs. So Thorns up top, over here by the blue box, and then followed by Lappland below him. Don't forget to activate Thorns as needed.
Awaiting orders. Stand still. It'll spare all of us.
Don't worry about the barrels. Lappland can silence the guy from putting the barrel because that makes sense. He forgets how to use barrels if Lappland silences him. And then we're gonna wait. So we're gonna wait until... I'm gonna wait until Thorns has his skill activated the second time. Alright. And then Hoshi over here facing up. Don't worry, she's going to be within the range of Lumen, so it should be fine. Now, we're gonna wait a bit before we start setting up the rest. Thorns the Lodestar's duty is going to be cannon duty. So, basically, we want him to get rid of the cannons as soon as he can, so that Anastasia's second form is not going to be as devastating because he's going to redirect all the cannons to whoever he's blocking at the time. And we don't want our blockers to die so quickly. So basically, Thorns the Lodestar is going to solo the cannons and crowd control these guys in case they make it across. But we can't put him down yet because Anastasia is still over here. So we're going to wait for him to get to the sand. And then when he makes it to the sand, that's where we're going to put Thorns the Lodestar down. Like I said before, it will only take 2 skill cycles for Thorns the Lodestar to take care of the cannons. If he's at Mastery 3. But it should be roughly the same. Like, you just need 1 more extra skill cycle if he has lower masteries. So here, on this side, Hoshi should be able to tank everything. And then Thorns will be the ones basically doing DPS towards Anastasia. So just keep an eye on that while activating Thorns' skill every now and then. Actually, I'm just gonna wait for... That will reach, right? Alright, when he's almost dead, we're gonna set up already. So set up Saria first, and then Surtur facing up. Alright. When you can start attacking, activate Surtur. And basically, between this DPS, your biggest issue here is that he's going to slice through twice when his HP dips down like certain percentages. So around 33% and then 66%. So that's why you want Hoshi to first hold the line. When he zips through, he'll be blocked by Saria. When he zips through, it will be blocked by Surtur. So all this time, Surtur is just going to continuously do DPS. So while that's happening, you can actually leave that alone. They can handle it. Lumen can keep them alive. And just use Thorns to just get rid of the last cannon. Now, you can optionally, if you don't have Thorns at full mastery, you can wait until he destroys all 3 cannons, because that's for the trim medal. You need to destroy all 3 cannons before the stage ends. So you can wait for him to destroy all 3 cannons before you start taking care of the bridge builders. Anyway, that is done. We can get rid of these 2 units. And the cannon should be dead. So I'm going to be putting down Ines to start taking care of these guys. Thorns can also help since they're going to be visible now. And that is it. We can retreat Ines. And Thorns DPS is high enough to kill the other guy. It's pretty simple. Like I said, the biggest difference when Thorns doesn't have masteries or Thorns the Lodestar doesn't have masteries is that it will take a few more skill cycles to just get rid of the cannons, like an extra 1 skill cycle per cannon. But it shouldn't make that much of a difference. The bridge builders will be there for a long time. So like you can just stall and just get rid of the cannons first before you take out the bridge builders. And we got a streak! Yay! So that's it. I'm thoroughly enjoying playing Thorns the Lodestar. I haven't been able to use a strat using his third skill because it's so frustrating to set up, but I have managed to set it up a few times and it's really powerful when you do. So his third skill, kind of clunky, but his second skill is really, really good and I'm really enjoying using him. And I hope you guys are enjoying using him too. So I hope these strats help if you're having trouble with the certain stages or trying to trust farm them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!